Hey, it's MK and I am back with Off the Board, and I have chosen this pin as my Pinterest or Pinspiring layout. So I picked out the tissue paper from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club because I absolutely love using it in my projects. Now, this video actually got recorded prior to all the other videos, so I'm showing you the entire kit that I have picked out for all of the other videos, even though this is the last video. I kind of got confused at what day I was on, and so basically this one is the last one, even though I have the full kit. So I'm showing you guys leftovers from my, oh gosh, I think it was called the Breeze kit. I'm showing you this Happiness Is, and then I didn't realize that on the other side it says Together, which is kind of cool. I also have this full thickers sheet in, it's just called Navy. So that's why it looks like it's brand new in the package, but yet all the other videos show that both of these thicker sheets or sticker sheets, alpha sheets, have been used up. This one is by P13, and then I'm still hanging on to these scallops, you guys. I have not used them. I need to, though. I also have every single one of my 49 and Market papers. I think this is called Wedgwood, and then I have a few other pieces from Wedgwood. I have two P13 papers that have that, I don't know what it's called, like light bulb lettering. I don't know what they're called, you guys, honestly. And I have 3 sheets of this I'm sorry, oh my god, 49 and Market, but I love the backgrounds. Oh, I have 4. Whoa, I did not know that. I think some of them came in a few kits, and then I bought a paper add-on as well. Or I bought the 49 and Market add-on. I cannot remember. But these are all papers from Wedgwood. So I have these 2 floral pieces. One of them is only a half sheet, so I used the stripes before. Here are my 2 P13 pieces, and I definitely want to fussy cut out some of those letters, but I will not be doing it for this layout. So, and then this is the last, this peachy pink, oh my god, 49 and Market piece is the last one that I will be showing you guys for the Wedgwood collection. And actually, I have to tell you guys that it does end up getting put off to the side, and I forget about it. Yep, that's what happens. I also pulled out 2 pieces of the brick paper because that is what inspired me from my pin, is the brick paper, and also all of the like industrial look to it. So I definitely want to bring that in, but I bring it in through the title. Other than that, the layout doesn't really look pin-spiring at all, except for the fact that in my brain it does work. So off camera, I went and I cut down all of my photos so that way they all fit on one layout. And then here is where I'm going to bring in what inspired me from my pin, is that coffee table in the center that is all wired. So I'm going to make my letters go in different directions so it looks like the wiring going across and up and down. That is where I got my pinspiration, plus the bricks. Now the bricks only come in and play a small little part because of the fact that I wanted to bring in that muted rainbow color that was from the Breeze collection or Breeze kit through my Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I want to bring in that one there, that beautiful rainbow-ish color, because of the fact that my daughter wanted each wall in her room painted a different color. Is she insane? Oh my gosh. But it was fun. I can't lie. It was fun. So we had a purple wall, we had an orange wall, we had a yellow wall, we had a green wall, and a blue roof. Yes, we did. So, and currently right now, 2 of my sons have migrated over into her room, and they haven't changed a thing except for the yellow wall went to white because we took out a door. That was the only reason why it has changed back to white. Now, when I tell my children that they can paint it any color they want, they tell me the color, and then I go and I pick out the color for them. But it's very muted. It's very pastel-y because I want to be able to just paint over it with one coat of white if I need to. That is how I get away with painting multicolored walls, should my children feel the need that they have to have multicolored walls. And I thought that this piece of stripped rainbow, I guess is what it's called, it was the perfect muted tone to showcase my daughter's walls. Even though it looks like a peach wall, it is definitely an orange wall. And so is that purple, which is still there in my son's rooms. They haven't said anything, not a word. Anyways, what else do I have going on? I decided I did not want my 3 photos going off to the right side of my layout, so I'm going to add a flip flap. And the flip flap's also going to show that we replaced my daughter's light with a kind of a chandelier type light, a drop light, however you want to call it. So I'm getting pretty good at changing lights, you guys. I really, really am. I also brought in this Tim Holtz mask that discussed with one of my sons. We decided that it looked like a paint stroke. So I'm going to put it on. Now, what I did first, which I talked all the way through, and I apologize, is I laid down some gel medium and attached my tissue paper to mute that blue and turn it kind of a gray. I wanted that brick gray to kind of look like the pin. I actually was going for the rug, but I didn't want the pattern of the rug. I wanted the texture from the rug, and I could see the texture in the pin, and so that's what I was going for with the tissue paper on top of the muted blue. Yes, I did. So then I went ahead and I trimmed down my photos. I already said that. I'm pretty sure I did. And I'm going to double matte them because I want this brick to be a huge matte. So it's 1/4 inch larger than my photos are. And then the cardstock mat that they are on is actually 6x8. So it is a fairly huge mat. But all the rest of my photos are just 4x4, which is what I'm cutting now. So that way, in the flip flap, I can glue my photos back to back and they not shift inside that little pocket. I do not like shifty little pockets. And then one of them was a picture of my daughter's bed, which I think shows the shelving that we put in as well, because we painted white shelving purple. So that way she had a little bit more color on her orange wall. Those have been taken down because we did not want the boys to fight over whose shelves they were, or we were worried about them bonking their melon on the bunk bed, because we do still have a bunk bed and it's just not that bunk bed. Yes. So we actually built that bunk bed for my daughter, and underneath it is plain Jane. So she had a futon that was, gave her a couch type thing. And then, of course, over the years, the back gave out on it. So we put a desk under there, and she was able to do her homework. And, well, I assume she did her homework. I don't know what she really did. But it worked out really great, considering she never really got very tall. I love my daughter. So it worked out really well. But when she moved out, we decided to cut the legs down. It's just a bunch of 4x4s. And so we painted it in chalk paint, by the way. So that way she could write all over it, and then it just wiped right off with a wet rag. No big deal. But we ended up chopping all the legs off. So that way she had just a normal bed when she went off to college. So, and it's just a full size, so not very big. All right, so now I'm taking that mask by Tim Holtz and I'm going to put it in a spray box, and this is what came of it. Again, I was looking for the texture of the rug, but also I wanted just a big old paint splotch. I wanted to make it look like we spilt some blue paint across the rug. That is what I was kind of sort of going for, but it didn't really work. I didn't want to spray it so much that everything turned gray or splotch it white. I just wanted it to be faint. How kind of like when the fibers take in the paint and it separates and then you don't see the big blotch, you just see tiny little blotches. That's kind of what I was going for. And then I did take my leftover pieces of this rainbow paper and put it on both sides. I still feel like I was inspired by the pin, even though I didn't use the same color scheme as the pin. I took what inspired me and created the layout. Now, did I stretch it? A lot. Of course I did. But I built the kit off of this very first pin. Even though it's the last layout in this like little kit series, it was my first one that I gathered the blah 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 that I gathered the supplies using. If that makes any sense. This is the pin that inspired it all. And then I saw this rainbow paper and I had to have it on this layout because it really does definitely help me tell my story about this bedroom, this particular bedroom that has 5 different colors on 4 walls and a ceiling. Yes, it does. So anywho, I am using the Terran tape because of the fact that I'm putting it on tissue paper. Yes, my double-sided tape does work very well on tissue paper, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to go anywhere. That's basically all that I'm doing, and I'm going to do it on everything that is touching the tissue paper, even though this one here is barely touching the tissue paper. And yes, I am trying my hardest to cover up that mauve pink color. You will see some of it, but I'm trying to cover it up. For one, I'm trying to cover it up because I want it to kind of look almost purpley and pull off of the bottom photo, which shows her 2 closets that are purple. So yes, and that I picked that wall for a specific reason because I did not want purple overpowering the entire room. My boys think it's cool, actually. So I went ahead and I put the title on, and I'm putting the title on straight with the photo, so it is at an angle because the photo is at an angle, but the word makeover is wrapping around the other photo that is perfectly perpendicular with the rest of the layout. Then I found this really cool piece. I believe it's a Prima chipboard piece. I don't remember, but it's the only one that I have left. I spray painted it millions of years ago, black, and I thought it was perfect to look like a paint blotch pouring down my colors. Not that any of my paint ever, like dribbled, but hey, it could have. It could have. And then I was trying to incorporate a light bulb because we did end up, she had the exact same light bulb as Gabriel did from yesterday's layout. And we replaced it with a chandelier type, as well as a huge disc that is, I don't know what it's for, but it's like a decorative little disc that goes around or on the ceiling before you put the light bulb on the ceiling. Or not the light bulb, it's a lamp light chandelier thing. I'm not really sure, but I do know that a lot of this got cut off. I didn't realize that my recording stopped recording. Either that or I forgot to turn it back on, but you didn't miss a whole lot. I just glued everything down. I did add a few little embellishments to my flip flap just to kind of make them a little bit. And of course, it's not my painting project unless I get something on myself. So, this one happens to be my foot. My son's happens to be my arm. Who knows? Anywho, be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Off the Board all month long. It is so cool seeing everybody and what they are doing and what they are inspired by. I absolutely love it. So please be sure to go check some of those out. I know that the list is long, but it's awesome. Anyways, I'll check y'all later. Bye.